Good morning, guys. How are you guys doing today? Hey, I haven't been uploading many videos. I apologize for my fans out there. I've been doing clinical rotation and a little bit been occupied with schoolwork. So instead of I realized doing daily vlogs about my clinic days and such, which became repetitive and monotonous in terms of the things I did. Even though it's exciting for me when I do the same thing over and over again because it's still new to me, I'm sure for some audience it may become dull. So I decided to do kind of like an end of summary video instead of a daily vlog. So one of the rotations that I recently finished or got done with is Interventional Radiology. And I just want to talk about what the rotation is about and what you expect to see if you are going to go through an IR rotation. And I apologize a little bit for the bumpy road. I'm in my friend's car. We're carpooling together in our next rotation. So anyhow, I worked for the IR rotation. I worked at a hospital, interventional radiologist, and a lot of times the IR doctors have their own private practice that they do their cases on. The clinical instructor that I shadowed or rotated through also had a private practice outside of the hospital, which is often why they are very successful in their careers, because they have they're not limited by their patient numbers. So what they specialize in what the IR doctors generally specialize in is the acquired vascular diseases. What I mean by acquired is something that that you're not born with, but oftentimes that you build up over time because of age, diet, or lifestyle. So those will include like plaque buildup, calcification of vessels, stenotic vessels, or even sometimes trauma or things like that. So what they do is they generally put a guide wire through initially to put a catheter, and then they insert certain tools depending on what of the vessels they're working and how severe the damage, how severe the blockage is. So they could be doing angioplasty, which is putting a balloon through the little catheter and expanding the balloon and pushing away the plaques, and then kind of making a way for the blood to come through the vessel and kind of reperfusing the area. Another way is atherectomy, which is a kind of like you're getting rid of the plaque buildup in the vessel using like a small miniature drill. And another method is laser ablation, which is you put like a little electrode into, there's a wire with an electrode, and then that carries the current through of a laser and just kind of breaks away all the plaques. So those are the general things that I saw. But IR doctors are generally responsible for, at least the clinical instructors that I rotated through are responsible for all the imagings that are happening in the hospital. So you got to see a lot of different things too. I saw food swallowing fluoroscopy, I saw CT scan biopsy, ultrasound guided biopsy and such. And I learned a lot. I was able to refocus on the lower extremity vasculature because that's what they also focus on, because a lot of times the patient will be diabetic and will have like a lower extremity peripheral vascular disease, and they want to reconstitute the vessels down below, or just be able to salvage some of the vessels, because generally in the lower extremity there are three main vessels: the anterior tibial, peroneal, and posterior tibial, and if one of them is not functioning, the other ones can kind of pick up and kind of reperfuse that area through communicating branch and communicating branches. So that's their main job, and I've seen all the cases I've seen were successful in terms of the treatment. A lot of times it's complicated because the surgeon has to kind of feel with his hand how tough the blockage is, and then gauge how much resistance there is in the vessel and kind of gently push it through. Because if you push it through too fast or too abruptly, it will perforate the vessel, and that's pretty bad. So the IR rotation was all involved, very education. I learned a lot. The instructor was super cool, laid back. He answered all the questions that I had, despite being elementary at best, but I had a good time. So thank you for watching, and expect more videos like this in terms of a different rotation. I'll probably be doing a general surgery rotation I did, for my next video, so stay tuned.